Greetings, Wabash Conference. Superintendent John here, coming to you on this Monday morning here from my front. As you can see, it's a beautiful, cool May day. I hope that you are doing well. I just wanted to take a few minutes and update you on a few things. All across the conference, we have different churches that are opening, some churches that are continuing virtual ministry, and then some churches within a particular state that really are not having a whole lot of opportunity to open to face-to-face gatherings whatsoever. And I just wanted you to be okay with the way that the Lord leads you. I think it's really easy right now with all of the information, all of the podcasts, all of the webinars, all of the videos, including this one that are coming our way, to be frozen in the midst of a decision as to what we need to do as a church or as a ministry. Paralysis by analysis is what it is called, when there's just so much information and so many different factors that we really are terrified to make the wrong decision, and so sometimes we won't even make a decision at all. So I just want to encourage you that the Holy Spirit does lead us. He leads us as pastors, He leads us as ministry leaders, He leads the church, and so what He leads you into and leads the church, your church into, or your ministry into, is going to be different than other churches. We have some churches now that are already open and meeting face-to-face, and some churches that are going to wait for quite a while before they are able to gather and do ministry in a really meaningful way together. So press into the Lord, be encouraged that the Holy Spirit does lead us, as Jesus said He would lead us into all truth. And really watch out for that whole comparison game that we're really good at as ministers, as we compare what we're doing with what someone else is doing. So the ministry that God has given you, whether it is senior pastor leadership or children's minister leadership or youth leadership or chaplaincy or wherever you are, even into retirement, the Lord is leading you. And so try not to compare so much. And when you do make that decision with the group as to what ministries are going to open, what they're going to look like, then just do it well and do it prayerfully. And I know that God will be with you. There's not going to be comparison across the conference, even as we celebrate this annual conference, the things that God is doing. Every place that the Lord has placed His servants is a unique front in the ministry. I want to also let you know that I'm going to include a link on this email to a ministry that is going to be happening on May 28th through Mission Igniter. Dwight Weber, working up in Elkhart, is connected with this. They've been working with Bishop Roller to put together a webinar on how to partner well with Latinos. We have a growing Hispanic Latino population in Indiana and Illinois, and as we seek to partner well together, for those of us that are not Hispanic Latino, there are differences. There are things that are similar in ministry and how we think, and it really is helpful just to kind of think through those things together. So I encourage you to be a part of that on May 28th, and I'll have the link at the bottom of this. I also just want to encourage you to be thinking about annual conference on top of everything else you have to think about. We're going to gather on June 6th, and it's going to be online, and I just encourage you to encourage your people to be a part of our annual conference celebration. They'll be able to spend time with us for the first 2 hours before we go into a closed session for our Zoom meeting. But it's an opportunity for us to see a bigger picture of what God is doing across our conference, and to be able to hear from Bishop Keith, as well as what's going on around the world. So I just encourage you to be a part of that, encourage your people to be a part of that. We continue to pray for you. Be encouraged. God is at work. This too shall end. And I encourage you to keep the important things as first most importance: the love of God, the love of one another, faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. God bless. Bye-bye.